Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Help with Henry. In today's episode, we are going to be breaking down the importance of not having a perfect self image. What do I mean by this? When you speak to people, they have a belief system, and it tends to be when someone has quite a big ego that they have this perfect self image of themselves, and that can be really detrimental to your growth. I think if you identify as perfect, you have the cleanest kitchen, you have uh, the best vehicle, you have the all of these things start creating a bit of a you can't go out the house without your carpet being hoovered, you can't not use a certain washing powder, you can't, and by doing all of these things you're creating this image of perfection and this belief that everything you do is perfect and the way you act and the way you behave is perfect. And in my opinion, I don't think that perfection exists in anything. I think that we live in an imperfect world where there are many problems, more problems than solutions, and almost through human ingenuity, we work our way through all of these problems. And it's almost like I think it can be a bit of a battle. And then we've got all of these people walking around that think that the sun shines out of their ass and that they're perfect and that they have no faults and no flaws and that they walk around with these big egos and they think that they're perfect. And you can't grow and you can't move forward if you have a perfect self image, because perfection is something that is absolute. So if you identify as perfect, you will never be able to see your flaws and you will never be able to work on them because your mind is, before you've dug into the world of self improvement and becoming better, you already have the prerequisite belief system that you're perfect. And the name of perfection is that there is no fault, that the way we look at perfection is it cannot be improved. So if you want to go down the journey of becoming a better person, the majority of that journey is working through the problems and the characteristics and the limiting beliefs and all of those things that you're working on throughout your self improvement journey basically revolve around the things that you're not good at and your weaknesses and the areas where you need help. So if you're always thinking that you're perfect, and some people don't even realize they're doing it, because a really good way of knowing if you think maybe you're better than you are is if someone gives you some constructive criticism. How well do you take that? Because the person that goes, yeah, you're probably right, I am a bit hasty under those conditions, yeah, you're right, if I'm pushed up against the wall I can get quite angry and quite defensive. The person who's like that versus the person who's like, how dare you say that? I've never behaved in that way. I've never done this. I've never done that. The person that's really offended by criticism and is unable to look into their own flaws is probably the one that's suffering from the perfect self-image and the big ego situation, because even like the smallest amount of criticism, they'll just fly off the handle, and um they'll kind of really take it to heart. As the person who doesn't have a perfect self-image will be like, yeah, I know I'm a right pain in the ass under those circumstances. I need to work on it. And the person who gets told, uh, "Cool, you could improve on the way you go across the roundabout by indicating," they're like, "Oh, I didn't need to indicate in that because there wasn't another person coming." And then it's like, yeah, but you probably do need to work on that if you wanted to be a better driver. I mean, obviously that's a bad analogy, but it's you get the point that the person who's always identifying as perfect gets offended by everything. So every little opinion that gets thrown their way, every little stone, every little, you know, obstacle that they come across in the workplace, they're they really struggle to get past it, and it will ruin their day. And it's because they've built this ego, and they've built this way of looking at it, that they're perfect. And nobody is perfect. Even the most, it tends to be, even the most successful people in the world are the least perfect. Because let's say you wanted to run a really big business, or you wanted to grow a really big business, your job is to basically, after a certain amount of time, say, I'm not good at that. I need to get someone else to help me with that. I'm not good at that. I need to get someone else to help me with that. I can't do all of this. I need to employ someone else to do what I do. I can't do this. I need better management. I need to surround myself with people that are better than me. I need to surround myself with people that are further ahead than me. I need to surround myself where I'm going to grow. Um, and even to do that, even to say I am going to surround myself with people better than me, you're admitting that you're not perfect. Because if you were perfect, you'd already be the best, would you not? And that is what's so crucial to your self development and to your way of moving forward, is to work on, is to create a new self image for yourself, which would be, um, for example, a work in progress is much more empowering than I am perfect. So even just saying it, I am perfect. I mean, I don't like saying it because I'm definitely not. But by saying I am a work in progress, that admits that you're not perfect, that admits that you have flaws, that admits that you have areas to work on, and then you can grow from there. So your fundamental belief system is I am a work in progress. I am not perfect. And then that opens the whole, self development and improving your beliefs and improving your systems. And that helps you so much. And I just think it's really important because there's so many people walking around that get offended by everything everyone else says, that, you throw the smallest stone and you get this massive backlash, when really it doesn't matter. Like, the reason all these people get so offended all the time, like, look at Twitter. Everyone give, or X now, everyone giving their opinion, everyone throwing stones at each other, everyone having an argument about something, everyone thinking that they're right. As the objective person, the person that grows, the person that gets in the next room, they're always looking to learn from others. They're always thinking, has this person got a point? Do I need to improve on that? Am I being too hasty? How do you come across in meetings? How do you come across in face to face? And even like the smallest things, like, how what's your teeth brushing routine? The person that thinks they're perfect would be like, "Oh, I brush my teeth twice a day every day." As the person that is growing would be like, well, maybe I don't do a very good job for those 2 minutes. Maybe I could do better in that. And it becomes this complete change of outlook because you're opening yourself to that growth. And if you always have a perfect self image, you're always going to get offended by everything everyone else says. And you're never going to be able to take feedback, and it's never going to be constructive. So, how can you improve if you're like that? If imagine, let's just inverse think this. Imagine that everything everyone says to you, you never listen to. You never learn from your own mistakes. You can never admit your own flaws. You identify as perfect. Your life is just going to be this circle of becoming offended, thinking that you're perfect. It's no good. It's the person who's like, yeah, I'm a work in progress. I'm not perfect. I want to improve. I want to get better. That person's better than me. I want to learn from them. That person's good. I want to learn from them. And it's just a completely different outlook on life. And it sets you up so well to grow and to get better because there's so many people out there that are better than you, that are doing the same thing. And instead of being offended and being like arrogant and like, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm perfect, I'm perfect, I'm perfect, just be like, I can learn from them. I want to network with them. I want to get in the same room with them. I want to, and this is so relevant to anything in life, even if, let's say, sport, for example. If you thought you were the best runner in the world, how does that allow you to get better at it? It doesn't. So stop identifying as perfect. Stop thinking that you know it all and start learning and start growing off other people. Start humbling yourself and just learning and study people that have gone really far in life. They use so much help from everyone else. They get coaching, they get help, they do therapy, they work through stuff, they journal, they work really hard, they excel in their careers only because they let other people help them. If you let other people help you and you learn from other people and you take criticism and you take feedback and you actively seek to learn and grow from that feedback. I'm not saying just let everyone push you around because that's not at all what I'm saying. I'm just saying that these people that are acting perfect all the time could be doing a million times better just by humbling themselves a bit and saying, I can learn from these people. I don't need to resent them. I don't need to be offended. Maybe they've got a point. And then growing from that. So, yeah, I mean, and that's the other thing. Every time that you act out of alignment with your perfect self image, it's going to hurt you. Nobody's perfect. Every person has faults and flaws. And that's it. So, yeah, I hope that helps.